Hello and welcome. My name is Saran and I had a right ischemic stroke from a carotid artery dissection in 2013. It left me with left side hemiplegia, which is left side paralysis, and also I have lack of sensation. I've learned how to walk, and over the 10 years I have tried as many things as I could. So I'm hoping that by my stories and my experience that I can just help other people, or at least resonate with other people, and help make people's lives just that little bit easier on this lifelong journey of stroke. So let's get to it. Today I thought I would just show and just do a summary sort of video on the Syrebo Glove, which is my favourite therapy thing at the moment. And I won't do I'll do like an actual using it in another video because it would take me a little bit to just sort of put together, and I don't have that much room sort of on my desk bit. So this is the Syrebo Glove. It's really cool. Basically, it's a home one. It's basically $700, and you can get it through NDIS. So I bought mine, got it like reimbursed, and because it's under the $1,500, it's nice and easy to get. You can test it out. I'm in South Australia, but I can get other people to, I know lots of other people that can sort of help with it. So what it comes with is the actual device that it plugs into, and on it there are like 4 different things. If you have an Android phone, which I don't, you can download an app and it plays games, which sort of helps you. It also has a setting where you can basically just open and close your hand, and it does it based on your settings itself and on the machine. Or you can use a mirror glove, which is really cool. So you can put a glove, so I put a glove on my right hand, and I'm able to close it and open it, and basically it mirrors with my left hand. So I've got sort of a fair amount of just looseness, I suppose. I do a bit of Botox, so I've loosened my thumb and fingers, so I don't have any active movement to open it up, but this glove does actually help it. So that's that little bit there, and again I can actually do this on my own, which is pretty cool. And in it as well, so you've got sort of this that you stick your arm on. Basically, I have this on my desk, which is really cool. I have lots of sort of therapy devices, which I'll end up showing you. This is good if you want to be able to sort of use it for the mirror to open the hand and then like close it around there with your affected hand. And in this box, again, this is always fun, with one hand, but you can do it. Just slowly. So it's pneumatic, so it's with air, and so it's through this. I'll just bring the other bits out. Probably should have done that before. Anyway, rookie mistake. So the glove itself, it's basically like it's quite easy to put on because basically it sort of comes out in this. You stick your fingers in these little bits and pieces here, and so you sort of stick your hand. I can sort of pull my hand open, and again I actually sort of do it so that my wrist is down, because that's where you basically have most of the sort of the stretch in your hand. As soon as you bring it up, then it's a lot harder to bring your fingers up. It doesn't work as well if you've got high tone. However, if you do have someone to help you, it's quite good just at least to get that feeling and the movement in it. I do a lot of visualization, so I've done for a long time, I've really sort of imagined my fingers opening and closing, because if there is a time when part of my brain does kickstart my hand and fingers, the damage in my brain was the sensory, premotor and motor cortex of my hand and fingers. So that's where that most damage was done. So even in the motor cortex, there is nothing in that little bit. So I keep saying to my therapist, just zap me somewhere, but obviously they're not allowed to, and kind of dangerous. But, I still sort of hold hope because, I've done a hell of a lot since since my stroke nearly 10 years ago that people sort of said that I would never do again. So, you know, let's live in hope. And I celebrate those small wins. So where this is sort of a lot looser, and I am able to sort of just get that little bit of movement is really, really cool. So whatever works. So that's what that part is. And then you've got like the glove, which I think I dropped on the floor. So you put this glove on your good hand, and so obviously each box is either the left or the right. So I put my glove on this side. And then you can sort of do it open and close, or you can just like what I tend to do, because I want a lot of stretch, is I'll actually hold my hand open for a lot longer, and that will also hold my hand open, and then close it. The device itself, you do 20-minute hits, and you can do 2 lots of 20 minutes, and then it literally goes, no, you're not doing it anymore, for 40 minutes at least. Ideally you should, and especially if you speak to your OTs or your physios, they probably do say only do it 20 minutes at a time. One of the biggest things that I find is that like I can do it because I can't feel it. So even though, you know, even my arm and stuff that I'm moving, I can't actually feel it. So I can feel hot and cold, but I can't feel me using my hand even when I've got my e-stim on or anything like that. So I can work it a lot, but what it does is it fatigues me. So physically it fatigues my hand, so then it fatigues my brain, and then it fatigues my whole body, and so I sleep really well. But yeah, I tend not to do it for too long. But I will show you some other videos. I do actually have other videos within my YouTube, so check that out. But I will be doing a lot more sort of shows that, because I think I was sort of doing on the couch on my other videos. But yeah, check out my other videos anyway. I have some stuff about other therapy and other experiences. I do actually have one about sex where I'm talking to another friend of mine who, because there's a lot of conversations that we just don't have, having had a stroke and if we're young, but we have a hell of a life to live. And sometimes we can feel ashamed of it, which is why I'm sort of doing these videos. If you do have any ideas or some videos that you'd like me to talk about, feel free to throw them at me. There's nothing off limits, as you'll end up working out. But for now, I'll see you later.